that's doing well now actually is power. Pull up Adani Power, and not just today's chart. That is a minor rally. The major rally happened yesterday actually. So if you maybe pull the weekly chart, you will see over the last 2 days there has been a decent rise in Adani Power. There goes the Adani Power chart. That's today's. Maybe you want to pull a couple of days, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day chart. That's the way it's gone through the week. As well, probably Sunil High Tech. You could also look at a stock like Tata Power, JSW Energy, Reliance Power, and Adani Power you saw. So most of these stocks are doing exceptionally well this week, that is in the last 2 days. Something going good for power as well, but something going really much better today, at least on the stock markets, for the finance companies, non-bank finance companies. We're joined by one veteran from that space, George Alexander Muthoot, Managing Director of Muthoot Finance. Morning, George. Thank you very much for joining us today. How's life after demonetisation? How was the first week, the second week, and now the third week?
Yeah, as we started, there was a lot of confusions, but now people are getting almost used to it. Probably 60% plus of our transactions are being done online, online, etc., and also through the cash we are receiving. So 60% of advances and 50% of releases we are able to do mainly through online and through the cash, the normal cash, the present cash which we are receiving at the bank. So that is just increasing. Now probably the next week the 60 should go to 70, etc. We are encouraging employees to take, the customers to take these online systems like RTGS, NEFT, IMPS, etc. And probably it is catching up very well.
Okay.
Sir, let me just go back to what Lata was trying to get at. Sir, in week 1, if you could tell us what was the collection efficiency ratio for the company as well as the disbursement, and what would it stand off as of the last week?
Yeah, but there's one small difference in gold financing companies. We don't have EMIs. So there are no monthly EMIs, etc. So for us, we have the loan. People need to pay only the interest, maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So there are no EMIs. So efficiency in that respect does not affect us much. That's the advantage with a gold loan company, because it is fully secured and there are no EMIs.
But what about loans that fall due? I think that's what Rima is asking. I mean, for loans falling due for repayment, are the wheels going up, people paying, or because of the cash crunch, they're not paying up?
Not much though. See, for us, we still have time. In the 9 months to 12 months is when afterwards, after 12 months only it becomes an NPA. And so for us, there is plenty of time, and we can afford to have 1 month or 2 months of postponement of these, especially because we have the collateral with us. We are not concerned in that, but we are concerned in the sense that the business has come down. The advances have come down by about 40%. That is a concern which I think it should pick up in the week to come.
Okay, so your advances are down 40%. So the customers who were due to pay in the last 3 weeks, what percentage of them perhaps have asked for the period to be extended by 1-2 months, asked for some sort of credit?
See, actually, we don't need that. They can pay at any time they like.
No, if their period is over.
The period is over, but we will always give them. We give them 1 month extension, 2 months extension, because for us at this point of time we are going slow with the auctions. So that's a place where we redeem the gold if they are not paying. We go little slow on the auctions because we can afford to do that because the collateral is with us.
Actually, some of the small banks whom we spoke to earlier were worried that the Reserve Bank giving a 2-month extension before you classify a loan as NPL is being misinterpreted as a repayment holiday. Any such miscommunication in Kerala, and therefore are payments stuck?
No, I think for vehicle finance companies and people with EMIs, this is actually a misinterpretation by the people who have to pay the loans. As far as gold loan, I'm again repeatedly saying that
yes, I got it.
So for that impact is not much there.
Okay. So with your advances down 40% in the last few weeks, what would be the NII growth that you're anticipating in Q3?
The advances are down, the releases are also down. So it will be status quo there.
Okay. George, finally, yeah, I get a point. Sorry. You please finish your answer.
Both the advances as well as the releases are down. The advances are down by 50%. The releases are down by 60%. That's it.
Okay. Well, a final question to you. What do you think is the bottleneck? The fact that there aren't enough withdrawals, or the fact that there is no cash in the system and therefore people are not doing business? Or will it be more long-term in the sense people are psychologically getting more averse, risk-averse or business-averse?
No, I don't think this risk-averse and business-averse things are there. Our loans are just averages about 40,000 rupees. But as soon as the cash in availability or the denomination of cash availability improves, which I'm sure will improve in the next 3 to 4 weeks, things start getting normal. And once things start getting normal, gold loan companies have an advantage because other loans, etc., may be a little difficult in forthcoming, and loan will be the easiest and simplest for people to avail. So as soon as the cash availability, the currency availability improves, gold loan, I'm sure, will start really picking up. That's a definite interpretation of this.
One final question, sir. Any worries on your asset quality? Would it spike up in this quarter, your gross NPAs?
No, I absolutely. We have no worry on that at all, because in this the NPS will not hike up, and as again the gold is always with us unless there is some big fall in the gold price and all those things. There is nothing to worry on gold loan companies.
Okay, that's one man who is not worried at all. Thank you very much, George Alexander Muthoot, for joining us. Let's take a quick